This is a little tour of my class that I teach every first Saturday of the month at 10. It started out as a beginning acrylic class, but it has moved into an oil or acrylic class. Many of my students have been with me for a long time, and so they're not really beginners anymore. So it's kind of a mixed bag of beginners and a little more experienced painters. So what I do is we do a painting together. I teach a painting, the construction of it, the color mixing, the composition, the values, the texture, the brushwork, all get rolled into this painting adventure that we take together on Saturday. Here is my setup. This is not normally where I have my easel in the studio, but it's the best place for my students to see. So I have my canvas ready, a little printout of the painting we're going to do. And you can see my brushes and palette knives are ready on the easel. And I set up this little tiny table with my palette and paints, medium and water, to do a little acrylic painting. I usually use acrylics for this class, though I'm an oil painter too, because it's easier to clean up, and most of my students in the class like acrylics, though I do have oil painters. So, happily, Grumbacher Paint sponsors this class for me, and I'm very grateful to them. So, we'll swing around here and see my tables set up for the class. And I put out a glass of water for mixing and a roll of paper towels. You can see that I have the little photograph of the painting for each person so that they have it right next to them during the process. I also put out a jar of acrylic painting medium in case someone forgets theirs. You know, we all share in this class because we just want to have fun and have a good time. And you'll see that I have a tiny piece of paper here on each table by each person's seat. And that is the magic paper. When they come in, they put their initials on the paper, and whoever wins by drawing them out of a jar wins a prize that month. Sometimes it's a tube of Grumbacher paint. Sometimes it is a nice frame. This week they're getting 2 small gold frames wired and ready to put their painting in, which is a pretty nice prize. And sometimes it's a brush or medium, whatever I happen to have around the studio extra, I share with my students. It just makes it fun, and they get a little something special for coming to my class. The most important thing about my class is that we have fun. Now, this is the painting that we're going to do this month. It is a painting of Washington Oaks State Park. And so what I do is I hang the painting on this little back wall so that everyone can see it from where they're sitting. And I have found that that is quite helpful to my students. So what I'm doing is looking across the room as I paint, and they're looking back and forth between my easel and the painting in the back. Now, the best part of the day is the coffee and the treats from Fresh Market that I get for the class. This week we're having chocolate chip cookies. So if you like to paint and you're starting out or at an intermediate stage of painting and want to learn a little bit about the art of landscape painting or flower painting, come join us. You can see my painting class page on my website at www.lindablondheim.com. Come join us.